Under the expansive Persian sun, a city of gilded grandeur unfolds, its palaces and thrones radiating wealth and power. Exiled Jews live quietly, their clothes a poignant reminder. They move with grace, holding on to their heritage in a land that is not their own. The city pulses with life, yet a sense of underlying tension simmers, threatening to disturb the delicate balance. Esther, a gentle and wise young woman, shares a humble home with her cousin Mordecai. Their simple dwelling is filled with love and unwavering faith. Mordecai imparts wisdom to Esther, teaching her about their heritage. He emphasizes the importance of their shared faith. Royal messengers arrive on horseback, trumpets announcing King Xerxes' decree. A multitude of young women gather, their faces reflecting excitement and anxiety. Banners bearing the royal crest flutter in the breeze, symbols of the decree. Esther enters the palace, surrounded by silks and spices. Esther remains humble, earning the favor of the women and palace staff. Haggai notices Esther, showing special interest in her. King Xerxes observes the young women, his gaze drawn to Esther. Esther's grace and beauty capture his attention, influencing his momentous choice. The narrator declares he chooses her to be his queen. The narrator continues, placing the royal crown upon her head. Candlelight, Esther, Mordecai's worry. Mordecai urges, keep your Jewish identity a secret for now, Esther. He warns gravely, it could put you in danger. In the resplendent king's court, Haman stands beside the throne, draped in opulent robes that shimmer with power. His eyes sweep across the assembly, a glint of arrogance betraying his insatiable hunger for admiration and control. Mordecai stands unyielding, his defiance piercing through the veneer of Haman's grandeur. A wave of fury contorts Haman's face as his eyes narrow, the depths of his hatred for Mordecai unleashed. In the dim light, Haman paces restlessly, his face etched with vengeful thoughts. His eyes gleam with malice as he envisions Mordecai and all Jewish people suffering. Haman strides purposefully toward a scroll, his fingers tracing the words. He anticipates King Xerxes' agreement, picturing the royal decree that will seal the fate of his enemies. The promise of immense wealth dances in his mind, a reward for his dark deed. A town crier proclaims the newly decreed law, his voice echoing through the crowded streets. Fear grips the hearts of the Jewish people as they listen, their faces reflecting despair and uncertainty. Mordecai, burdened by grief, watches from the edge, his heart heavy with sorrow. He sends a messenger with a sealed scroll, entrusting him with a desperate plea. Mordecai is heartbroken and sends word to Esther, urging her to intervene. Esther receives Mordecai's urgent message, her heart caught between fear and unwavering duty. She knows each step could be her last, as approaching the king uninvited carries the weight of potential death. In the quiet of her chambers, Esther kneels, a solitary figure bathed in candlelight. As she remembers Mordecai's words, Mordecai's voice echoes in her mind. Who knows? Perhaps this is the very reason you became queen. A flicker of resolve ignites within Esther, her purpose clarified. In a city, Esther calls on the Jews to fast and pray for 3 days. United in purpose, the Jewish community gathers, their voices blending in heartfelt prayer, seeking divine help. Esther, adorned in royal robes, steps courageously into the throne room, the air thick with unspoken tension. King Xerxes sits on his throne, the silent ruler surrounded by his court, their eyes fixed on the unfolding drama. The throne room holds its breath, the palpable tension a heavy shroud over the unfolding scene. King Xerxes extends his golden scepter, a sign of mercy that washes over Esther. Relief floods Esther's face, yet a steely resolve burns within. The task is far from over. Esther's laughter echoes through the grand hall as she welcomes the king and Haman to her lavish banquet. Candlelight flickers across Esther's face, veiling her true intentions in a mask of charm. The air is thick with anticipation, a symphony of spices and fine wine filling the royal banquet hall. Esther stands tall, her voice echoing through the opulent hall, capturing everyone's attention. A palpable tension fills the air as all eyes turn to her. The king leans forward, his expression a mix of intrigue and concern. Esther reveals, I'm a Jew. Esther's voice rises with conviction. Haman has plotted to destroy my people, to erase us from existence. King Xerxes seethes, his fury ignited by Haman's betrayal, recounts the king's decree. Haman will meet his end on the very gallows he intended for Mordecai. Justice is served as Haman is hanged on the gallows he built for Mordecai. A profound hush blankets the court, marking the culmination of the royal scribe's work. The king nods solemnly. With the decree sealed, a collective gasp sweeps through the assembled crowd. Jews can now bear arms. Mordecai stands tall, the royal signet ring gleaming on his hand, a symbol of his ascendant power. He replaces Haman, whose name now echoes as a stark warning of the past. In the heart of the city, Jewish people stand united, armed with unwavering resolve to protect their families. A heavy tension fills the air, yet beneath it flickers a resilient hope. Their collective gaze reflects a deep-seated determination to safeguard their heritage and community. The battlefield erupts in chaos, a storm of clashing steel and desperate cries. Swords rise and fall, shields lock, and the air hangs heavy with the scent of sweat and blood. They defend their homes and families with every fiber of their being. After a grueling struggle, the tide turns. The enemy falters, their lines shatter, and they are forced into retreat. The city is alive with the jubilant sounds of celebration as the Jewish community rejoices in their hard-won freedom. Their faces radiate pure happiness and gratitude. They establish the festival of Purim to commemorate their victory and remember God's faithfulness. The echoes of laughter and prayers resonate through the streets. Esther and Mordecai sit in quiet relief, sunlight filtering into the room. The weight of recent events begins to lift. They are grateful for the courage and God's protection. The city explodes in joyous revelry as Jews celebrate Purim amidst music, dancing, and feasting. Gifts flow freely between revelers, binding hearts in the spirit of the festival. A storyteller captivates the crowd, weaving the timeless tale of Esther with dramatic flair. Stained glass bathes, synagogue in color. The reader's voice echoes through the hallowed halls, narrating the ancient story of Esther. Words resonate, histories echo. Esther and Mordecai stand in serene contemplation, their figures silhouetted against the tranquil city. The city rests peacefully, a testament to their courage and sacrifice. They have secured a future of prosperity for their people in Persia. The setting sun casts a golden glow, painting the land with hope and promise. The city streets burst with life and color, a vibrant tapestry of celebration for Purim. Laughter and music intertwine as costumed figures fill the air, creating a joyous atmosphere.